Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer and I'm playing Dungeon Degenerates Hand of Doom. Third video and I'm still on the first mission, on the run. We managed to find the Soothsayer's head. Sadly we got infected by a fungal parasite, but then we decided not to bring the head to Pigskin Port. That was basically our task given by the jailer in Brüttelburg, but instead we decided to go to the Stone Circle, which seems to be the home of the Soothsayer, and he asked us to bring him there, so we follow the pleading of this head. And now we're sitting here at Witch Hill. The Bloodsport Brawler took some hits during the last combat. He has 8 wounds here, so I think I want to rest, bring him in a better condition. No doom tokens over here, of course, and it's all looking still pretty safe. So just gonna rest here, try to heal a little bit. It would be great if we could manage to do this morale check, so then we could heal 8 and we would be completely fit again. Let's see if we can do that. And yes, awesome, we did. That's a 6. That is very good. So that means we're allowed to heal our full morale value. So it goes down by 8 points. We can remove that. And all the others don't have to roll. There's nothing that would... Oh, actually that's not quite true. Drag Slasher. But he also doesn't have to roll, it will go down 1 point anyway. And this guy also, no matter if he's good or not, would go down 1 point. And by the way, I think I made some mistakes here. Or actually I missed that point. I'm pretty sure I might have destroyed undead monsters with this guy. So there was a chance I could have gained luck. But yeah, sadly I missed that, and that's a bad thing because especially in this area here, in the blue area, there are a lot of undead monsters because of this necropolis down here. So that was an opportunity that we missed. But okay, there's nothing I can do about that right now. Maybe we can find some other guys later. Let's see what we got here. Okay, you have an uneasy feeling like something horrible is about to happen. Okay, we gotta reshuffle the deck. The danger level rises nowhere. And again, I forgot. It's something I always forget. I should somehow mark that or something. I forgot if this thing must be higher. Every time I watch this card, I take a look at the card, I have to check it again. It's ridiculous. Or equal. Okay, the danger value has to be lower. One day I'll get it. So we're safe here. Gonna reshuffle the danger deck and then travel toward Hack's Fork. Because this is a path, we cannot force march there, but we gotta have to go there step by step, so we end up here in the path, and then in a later turn we can go to Hack's Fork. So we moved here, and we've drawn a 1 card. Horrid swamp creatures raid and vandalize in the sacred megalith at Stone Circle. That's our goal, that's where we want to go. And kind of sucks that they sit there because that reduces the town level. That means it's harder for us to trade there, for example, which isn't too great, but okay, so this is reduced, goes down to 1. And then we have an encounter, and also we got to draw 2 monsters, which is not too bad. Let's see, and it also says resolve immediately. So let's see if it's a wood encounter or a non-wood encounter. I'm pretty sure it is a wood encounter. Yes, it is. So that means a canopy of lichen-coated tree limbs blocks most light to this area, while low fog clings to the ground, further obscuring your vision. If the party is in bold stance, which it wasn't, monsters in this space have ambushed this turn. If the party is in cautious stance, one adventurer must make a perception test. If you fail, each adventurer in this space becomes detained. Okay, so let's see. Perception. Well, this guy is the best, the corpse burner. So let's see if he can do that. Oops, that's the first start, and that's a bad start. Okay, he failed massively. So let's see what detained means, and even spending luck is probably not the greatest idea if you roll a 5 and a 6. No move. Okay, so that means we have to rest in this area after the fight. Okay, let's draw 2 monsters. Shouldn't be too hard. A moon witch and a skinwalker. And this guy is undead. So if he manages to kill him, he might get luck. Let's see, maybe we can position him in a good way. So he goes to the guy with the highest wounds. Well, we all have no wounds, so we can choose where he goes. That's kind of cute, so we might give in to him. The Moon Witch, she's got a summon ability, so we might see more monsters. He goes to the guy with the highest magic. That is going to be him. Okay. So, well, I think we're going to start here with the Skinwalker. And I need 4 damage, so I might simply going to take my shovel. I got to... Yeah, I mean, I got to... The thing is, I have to heal anyway, or I got to rest on that space anyway. So I might as well use my quick action. So I can roll 2 power dice. I'm going to go aggressively there and try to kill this guy right away. Okay, so I'm going to take some damage here. I'm going to take 2 damage. No, 1 actually. 1 damage. But because it was successful, I have 2 defense and 1 damage then. But the power dice are pretty awesome. We got doubles. Do they help us? Nope. But we do 4 damage. And that's exactly enough to kill this guy. Oh, actually there was fear. But I'm pretty sure I'm immune to fear. Yeah. Let's see if the others might suffer from that. Fear. Each adventurer must make a morale test. Okay. So we got to check that. But this guy is killed anyway. I'm immune to that, so I don't have to be afraid here. And I might as well now try to get my my extra luck. So I gotta do a morale test too, which is a 2. Awesome. So that means I will gain some luck. That's pretty good. And the others also have to do a morale test. He's only at 5. He didn't make that, but I forgot about that. Okay, he could have checked magic in a test against fear because of his pumpkin hat, but even that would not have been good enough. So that means he ends up with a stun marker. No power dice for him, which kind of sucks. And he also has to do this fear thing and a morale thing. Yeah, he's fine. So next he goes, and he can do the foe killer ability. So that means, because this thing has 2 experience points, +1 damage, armor is ignored, he does an attack, so he gets a power die, he does an assault attack. That was awesome. That kills the witch right away. And yeah, that's then the end of that. So that gives him 2 experience. Might consider upgrading in the next turn. 2 gold. He can roll a die for the loot. And he did it. Very good. Let's see what we get here. That is a witch brand. Ooh. As a quick action, you can make an agility test. If you pass, target a heretic or witch you inflicted wounds on this round becomes hexed. Well, that is cool, I think. Yeah, why not? I'm gonna give that... Well, actually, I might leave this with my unequipped items, because then I might be able to give it somebody else too. And that can be pretty helpful, I guess. So I think now I want to unequip the shovel too. And I'm going to explain later why this might be useful if we don't have everything in our hand, because this kind of blocks our 2 hands and we are less flexible in this way. But okay, oh, actually I forgot the curse here of the witch. Shit. Ah, gosh. Okay, so we got to do a magic test. The target, that was him. So 7 here. And he didn't make it. That sucks, because he loses luck and becomes demoralized. That is painful. Okay, he gets an experience. 1 gold. And then I'm also allowed to do a loot roll. I failed. So, and that's pretty much the end of this turn then. And now we got to rest, and actually we can reduce the danger level of the witchwood even more. I mean, it makes just sense if we're killing all the monsters in there. It's getting less and less dangerous, so it's now down to 2. And I have to rest because of my detained situation here. So now we can remove the markers, except I have to remember this -1 morale marker here. So I'm going to start with... Well, he doesn't have to roll for recovery anyway, so I can simply remove this thing too. And nor does he. Yeah, we're all good. Well, he actually can recover 1, but there's no need to roll for him either. I want to use the mysterious map. Draw a danger card. I can do that while I'm resting. Draw a danger card but do not resolve it. If the card shows a location, place an explored counter on that location. So let's see what we got. Fuck, it doesn't. It's kind of interesting. So we're not going to reshuffle the deck here. Okay. Could be actually an advantage. If the card shows a territory, place an explore. If the card doesn't show a location or territory, discard it and draw another. Okay, I guess that's the case then. So that says the Holy Order. Okay, so the Holy Order is here, and that doesn't help us a bit. That was unlucky here, because yeah, there are no paths adjacent to this one. So that map was total bullshit. We can place an explored marker on the Holy Order. I have no idea if this is going to help us in any way, but there are no paths, and therefore there's no advantage there at all for us, which is a shame. Hey, I want to take the chance and explore this area, this path. So I'm going to use again my corpse burner, and I managed to do that successfully. So I'm going to place an explore marker there too. And now in the future, if we want to use that path, we could do a force march action there. Okay, then I've got to draw a new danger card. It's the end of the turn. Heretical cults meet in secret to conduct blasphemous rites amongst the moss-covered branches of the witchwood. Yeah, that's definitely true. We've seen such a rite, and so this goes up again, but the card has to be lower, right? So we're safe here. And that allows us to travel now on to Hag's Fork, and we're going to do that cautiously because we only move one space, so no need for force march here. So now we're at Hag's Fork. We're simply going to draw the next card. Filthy vermin and worse infest the back streets and sewers of the cult-ridden, decaying fortress city of Brüttelburg. So that means the city level of Brüttelburg goes down from 5 to 4. And we have here a 1 and a law space. So that means we're going to be attacked by 3 monsters. There's no law here. So, yeah. And there's also no encounter. So we're simply going to draw 3 monsters. The Sex Dwarf, a Night Witch, and a Vampire Thrall. Okay. Okay, there's a lot going on this time. We have here a rally card, so we got to draw a new monster. That's a gifted cultist. And he goes to the guy with the highest strength. So he sits here now with 2 monsters. This guy has summon, and I'm pretty sure... Well, I mean... This guy has skirmish. I'm not sure if I want to try to fight. I mean, I could give this to him too. And then, because this goes to the guy with the lowest constitution, we both have a constitution of 7 because of the fungal parasite here. Then we could try to kill the night witch together, and then maybe it doesn't summon anything. Okay, we gotta roll for the curse again. That's an 8, so that's not good enough. He cannot lose more luck, but he becomes demoralized again. He's cursed all the time, the poor guy. Okay, now let's see what we can do. Okay, I can start, or yeah, I think I want to start with this guy. Now, we didn't do that until now, but usually before you actually do your attack, you can do a quick action. And quick actions basically are item actions. So what you can do is, you can either exchange an equipped item with an unequipped item. You can equip an item, or you can give an unequipped item to another character. So in this case, I simply want to equip again this grave shovel. Yeah, and then I try to hit the night witch on the head, and it's my first turn, so I can roll an additional power die when using a strength attack. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm really gonna do a ferocious charge and go full in here. And that was a success. So the night witch takes 5 damage. Nearly enough to kill it, not quite, but that was pretty good. And then I'm going to use this guy. And as a quick action, he will now give the witch brand to this guy, because it was an unequipped item, and it goes now here where it also is an unequipped item. But the good Jack Slasher can now simply equip the witch band. It only needs a single hand. You can see here, one hand. So he can hold both the witch band and the blade. And then he might consider, but maybe it's not. You know what? Actually, I think that was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that, because I gotta have. Yeah, I think that was completely pointless. I should have done it with him using the witch band, but then, yeah, whatever. I want to play this defensively, and you gotta play this aggressively to use that, so I cannot use that action. I could have used his lurker ability to go last, and then give the witch band to him, and he then could have made an aggressive action against him, but then he could not have done the ferocious charge, because that is already a quick action. So I could not have done this quick action, because you only have a single one. So therefore, again, it doesn't matter. That's a problem in this game, by the way, at all. Usually things simply don't matter. You know, and that's a fact. I mean, you got all these little abilities, but you can only use them in such rare occasions, because usually the important thing is to simply go to play it safe and to play it defensively. That's the safe bet. And yeah, many of these items require an assault attack, which you won't use. And in addition to all that, usually the battles are not that hard, and therefore doesn't really matter. Okay, anyway, this guy is in a defensive position now. Okay, so let's see. He managed to do both successfully, and he has to attack the Sex Dwarf because of the taunt ability. So the Sex Dwarf takes 3 damage. I can avoid 4 damage, so nobody does me any bad. What about the Necro ability? Each time you receive 1 or more wounds, you lose 1 experience point. Ugh. Okay. Okay, Jack Slasher, also in a defensive way, of course, attacks the Night Witch. And that was a success. It's 2 points of damage, which is enough to kill the Night Witch, because of the first strong hit of the Corpse Burner. And in addition, we did a very strong defensive roll with a 5, so we don't take any damage at all. Okay, and I'm pretty sure we can easily finish this battle. Oh, by the way, this Vampire Thrall has the skirmish ability. If he's still alive after the first turn of the game, of the combat, which he is, the danger level of the area is increased, and the guy is shuffled back into the deck. So yeah, this becomes now sadly a 4 again, so we can remove this marker, and he goes back into the deck. After killing the Night Witch, he did this Bloodlust thing, and he did pass the magical test, so now he's focused and invigorated. He can now use the skinning knife, attack the Sex Dwarf, and that's an 8. So he did that, and he does a ton of damage, so the guy is totally massacred. And the good thing is that because I'm focused now, I can do a magical test, and if I pass, which I didn't, I would gain luck, but I'm pretty unlucky. I never made that, I think. Okay, anyway, we were successful in killing this thing. Nobody took any damage. That means 3 experience here. Let's see what the loot roll says. Nope. 1 experience here. And by the way, we might also get gold. Yes, 3 gold. 1 experience here. Also no luck with the loot roll, and 1 gold, by the way. And that's this is reduced again, the danger level of Witchwood. That's pretty much it. So we're all in good shape, no need to rest here. And now we're gonna move to here. Sadly we cannot force march because it's a path. So we entered now the rotting swamp and left the Witchwood. Gonna draw a danger card here. Horrible things lurk amongst the corpse, waiting for travelers to set upon and devour amongst the fields. Okay? And we're gonna have to fight again, it seems. So, the danger level in the fields goes up, goes to 3. And then we're outside, so it's 2. The danger number is 2. This is the rotting swamp, so definitely we have to fight there. The danger number is 4 there. So we gotta fight 3 monsters and an encounter. That's also something we have. So this time we draw from the green deck because we are in this green area over here. So first we draw a wetland encounter. Gotta resolve that immediately. That is a swamp hack. A cold crone covered in tattered blankets squints at you and hums to herself, perched on the gnarled branch of a twisted tree growing amongst crumbling stone ruins. The party may approach, fight, or ignore her. Well, we're in a pretty good shape, so I think I'm either gonna approach or fight, and this is also something where I'm gonna roll a die. So on a 1 or 2 I'm gonna approach, 3 or 4 I'm gonna fight. Will I? Let's see how bad it is. What are the values here? Rally, curse, regenerate, summon. Life point 6. Well, I mean, it's a single monster. I think it shouldn't be too hard to fight here. So on a 1 or 2, on a 1 or 3, I'm gonna approach her. 4 or 5, I'm gonna attack, and on a 6, I'm gonna ignore her. Okay, I'm gonna ignore her. Let's see what that says. Roll a d6. That's a 6 again. Making hand gestures to ward off the evil eye, you leave the crazed crone rocking on her perch. Fine. So nothing happened there. As I said, because I'm usually curious, I would probably approach everybody, but I think in this case it's okay just not to do that and sometimes do something different, right? Okay, and now we got to draw monsters. So we're going to draw 4 monsters here. And we have a Scrocklin Sentry. It's got the taunt ability and goes to the guy with the highest strength, which is going to be him. A Carrion Crab. Ambush. That's not a good thing. To the guy with the lowest constitution, which is one of these 2. So we're going to choose there. A Scuttler. So highest agility. So we might choose there too. And a Harpy. It's a witch too. And it goes to the guy with the highest agility too. Okay, so we have some choices to make here. But first we got to... Well, I think actually the ambush only happens in a port space, which this is not. So, I actually decided to... I think I want to do it like this. Yeah, I think that makes sense. It's a little bit risky, but I want to try it anyway. Okay, so first I'm going to use the corpse burner, and I'm going to do this ferocious charge again. And I'm gonna attack. These two suckers are pretty dangerous. Evade, pursue. Maybe the Scroglin Sentry. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. There's a good chance that I can kill this guy right away. And that was a successful attack. And that means I do 5 damage. So indeed, the Scroglin Sentry is already killed. It's not undead, so no option for me here to gain any luck. Then I'm gonna try in a defensive way to fight the Harpy here. Has a very high... no, it doesn't actually. I thought it has a high armor, but it doesn't. So let's see. Yeah, it's okay. We attack defensively, so we got to roll against agility. That means our attack roll failed with an 8 agility. We rolled a 9, but the defense roll was successful. Therefore, at least we didn't take any hits. And now do the same thing here with Jack Slasher also. And I'm gonna attack the Carrion Crab, I guess. Okay, that was also okay. Successful defense roll. Luckily, I can use my power dice, so I don't take any damage. An 8 agility, that is fine. So I do 5 damage. That means the crab is killed. Even though it has an armor of 2, the crab is gone. Awesome. So now things should become a little easier. First, I can now yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna simply attack at that point this guy here. Yeah, the guy, the Harpy. It would be cool to get the skinning knife. Maybe I should pass the grave shovel. But I have to do that before. That kind of sucks. I have only one weapon, which is a problem here. So, well, there's a quick action though, but no, that doesn't work. I know it doesn't work. I'm going to use the grave shovel simply to attack the Harpy, I guess. And that was a miss. And we continue now with Bloodsport Brawler. I'm pretty sure this is not going to be too much of a problem now. Indeed, we were perfectly successful. No damage to any of our heroes. On the contrary, this try did his bloodlust. No, he actually managed successfully to gain a luck because he was in this bloodlust situation. Was doing very good there. And now we gain additional experience, gold, and we can roll for loot. And yes, awesome. Let's see what we get. A hand puppet, yeah. Okay, when you make a test for confusion or misdirection, roll an additional die and use any 2. So this thing seems to, I think it seems we have to equip that. So I'm going to do that. One hand I'm going to have my spiked gauntlet, in the other hand my hand puppet. Okay, When you earn 2 or less gold points by passing a magical test for performance, you earn 1 additional test. And I'm a performer, so yeah, actually I can use that thing. Perfect! So, if I'm performing before adults, I'm going to use my spike gauntlet. And if I'm performing before children, I'm going to use my hand puppet. And then this thing goes away. I can roll here also, of course, for a loot success, and we didn't take it here. And here we have 2 experience points, 2 gold. Wow, I've got a ton of money. I really should spend that at some point. The problem is we have here we can only, if we want to trade here, we can only gain a maximum of 1 item, so that kind of sucks. Then I can roll 2 dice, or 1 die for my loot, and I didn't make it, so there goes this one. Okay, the danger level is going to be reduced by 1, which is cool. So now we are allowed to move into the stone circle, and we're going to be safe there, but we have to draw a danger card anyway. Okay, serial horrors beyond comprehension, whisper obscene curses within the eerie echoing chambers of the tunnel of terror. Okay, so up there the danger level will rise. Okay, so we come back to our mission now, and it says here if you can use the Soothsayer's Head if you meet his requirements, which we do. It's a magic of 7, I think. Yeah, and this guy, well actually this guy can't do it, but I'm a Puritan, exactly, so I can use that. You may deliver him to his hometown at the Stone Circle. If you do, discard the Soothsayer's Head, and each adventurer in the party gains D3 experience as the Soothsayer blesses you with knowledge and thanks for your good deed. Okay, it doesn't say we have to rest there, so I think I can simply discard this thing. And probably, I'm not sure though. Maybe we have to rest there, because otherwise it's going to be hard to... I think I have to rest there. Yeah, I'm going to rest there. It doesn't hurt me anyway, so I'm going to do it. Okay, so we're going to discard that thing. And do I really want to rest there? I don't know, but... well, here it says you gotta explore, okay? I think I can do it without resting. So I'm simply gonna discard this head now. Oh gosh, it goes on the loot pile back. And can then remove this one. And we're all gonna gain now D3 experience. So we start with the blood guy, the blood sport brawler. He gets 2 experience. That's nice. We're all now quite experienced, so it's time to improve our abilities, I guess, pretty soon. Jack Slasher, only 1. And finally the Corpse Burner. Also only 1. He's not in the best shape, but okay. Experience wise. Then we can continue. Your next mission is determined by where you ended up, whether or not you delivered the soothsayer's head to anyone. Okay, you know what? I will actually upload this thing right now because I'm just at the end of the mission, and then we're gonna do the next mission. We're gonna start the next mission together in our next video. Okay, so hope to see you then or on lonesomegamer.com. Bye.